We welcome you back here to Garrett. So we apologize there for a little bit of the delay we had, as ran into a few more difficulties, and we tend to always have that here no matter what you think the case is going to be. Something always pops up, trying to do the best we can. But Thomas Drugstore was able to respond there in that last inning. They put a few more runs on the board, and who else but the batter, Spencer Whitfield, came through once again at the plate with another home run, and he's been able to keep this offense rolling for the home team, Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore. And they're going to be back out on the field trying to get things started here once again at the plate. So, let's finish up. Appreciate all of your patience once again. We really do apologize for this, but we're just trying to do the best we can in the situation. And both teams are coming ready to play here in the fresh top of the third inning. Here in Garrett, Pennsylvania on a nice Saturday afternoon. Some great day for some Little League baseball. And both teams are ready to go. So top of the third inning is where we sit. And up is Grayson Studer here for Conemaugh Township. And he comes set in the box. After him will be the top of the order in Johnson and Valente. And now here's the first pitch. That one is scaled in to center field. That one's going to take a wicked bounce. And that one's going to get over to Steinberg. And another leadoff double here for the Indians. Starts things here in the top of the third inning. And something you really want to see if you're Conemaugh Township is getting that offense going with that bottom of the order and starting things as quickly as you can. And Studer's able to do that here and pick up a double to start things off. So with him on second base, the batter Johnson will come back up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, but has a man in scoring position, and he'll try to get him home. So he comes set. Thomas moves a little bit of dirt around there on the mound. Not too much of that mound left, a little bit more than just a little bump. But Thomas working from it, and he's ready, and he's going to go. That one's low for a ball here on Johnson. Thomas at 32 pitches today from the mound. Studer stands at second base for the Indians. The batter Johnson in the box. He comes ready here, and now the pitch from Thomas misses for a ball off the third base is Studer, and he's going to slide in and pick up a stolen base to put him one more base in the scoring position, and the count's 3-0 here on Johnson. So Thomas is going to try to work his way back. Here on the center fielders, Johnson readies, and a called strike. There on the 3-0 count is kind of the golden rule in baseball to take on the 3-0 count, and Johnson follows that and takes there on the 3-0 to make it a 3-1 count. Thomas needs 2 more strikes to get him here, and he'll ready, and now here's the deliver from Thomas from the mound. Up and tight on Johnson for ball number 4, so 2 men on, puts runners on the corners for Valente. The shortstop coming up to bat. Big situation, a 4-1 ball game is where we sit at. Valente last time struck out, but he's trying to make up for it here as Thomas sets and throws. Swing and a miss for strike number 1 in the third inning. Runners sit on the corners. Studer at third base, and Johnson over on the opposite side of the field at first base. Valente stands in the box, and he comes set here with an 0-1 count. Thomas with the toss. And that gets in there for a ball, I believe. And the count goes to 1-1. So 1-1 count here on the Bauer Valente. Top of the third is where we sit. Still no outs for Conemaugh Township. They got the offense rolling here and trying to keep it up. It's a throw over to third base, and that's going to get in front. Over the left field they go. And an RBI single down that line from Valente. Scores the runner Studer, and that's the second run of the ball game here for Conemaugh Township. So a nice piece of hitting there from Valente. Here on the top of the third makes it a 4-2 ball game. And now coming set is Thomas from the mound, and here's the toss. Swung on a miss there by Paratsky. Paratsky, second baseman today. Has two runners on, one in scoring position with Johnson at second base. The last time had that sharp liner to shortstop. And he'll come ready here. As he stands ready in the box. Here's the 0-1, a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Puts the count at no balls and 2 strikes, no outs. Still here in the top of the third. Thomas at 41 pitches today. 11 of those have come in this inning. He's trying to get the Paratsky here at the plate. And he'll come ready. Here's the 0-2 to Spencer Whitfield behind the dish. Chase pitch over, and now a few runners there in the jam. They'll go over to first as the runner Johnson was about halfway there to third base. Slammed on the brakes, which was probably the best situation for Johnson, as Whitfield was quick to get to that ball. But Valente also took off. He was almost at second, and he was quick, though, to get back to first base. The throw over from Shuck to Bowers wasn't in time. But then what is in time is a big strikeout from Thomas. And he'll get this first out, a big first out here in the inning. And you have to think in the back of your minds, if you're Thomas Drugstore, the double play chance here is still in play with runners at first and second. You could tag at third, second, or first. So a lot of situations that could happen here. You'd love to get out of this inning and help out your pitcher as the batter Jurassic takes a cold strike. Here for the Indians is he's 1 for 1 today to play. Had that big double there to center field that really got that offense going and gave Conemaugh Township their first run back there in the second inning. As he led off things, and now coming back into a big situation here with a 1-1 count and 1 out. And he'll come ready here in the box. 1-1 count, 1 out. Thomas set from the mound. He'll take a deep breath and throw, and that one sharply hit to second. They'll tag out the runner on to first, and sure enough, Thomas Drugstore with the double play ends the inning. We mentioned it, and sure enough, Meyersdale comes through with the big double play to end the inning. So the bottom of the third we go. Chuck Bowers Brewer will be coming to the plate. Unmute me. We're back in Garrett. Chuck is up the plate to get the offense going once again here for Thomas Drugstore, and he'll take a first pitch swing and a miss. John Cola remains out there on the rubber here for the visiting Conemaugh Township Indians, and he'll ready and come set for the throw. Here's the toss, but that misses for a ball to make things 1-1. We apologize once again. One of the biggest issues we run into when doing these live streams is having internet. And if anyone that's watching would like to contact us and maybe help us support and get some way to get some internet with terms of hotspot or something to help us give all of you a better live stream and help us be able to create a better content. As the 1-2 pitch swung on the miss, a strikeout for John Cola. And a big K for him is the first out of the inning. John Cola has been solid today from the mound. So that's his 5th strikeout of the day. And now a swing and a miss by Bowers on pitch number 1. He's 0 for 1 today with a K. Part of John Cola's 5 strikeouts, and he's trying to make it number 6. But the ball was taken there on the outside of the plate by Bowers to make it a 1-1 count. Here in the bottom of the third. 2-4 is the score. John Cola coming from the rubber, and now the toss. Just a tad bit low for ball number 2, so Bowers gets ahead in the count with a 2-1 count. The younger brother of mine stands in the box awaiting the 2-1 pitch from John Cola, and he'll sharply foul that one against the backstop to make it a 2-2 count. And now John Cola sits at a strike away from retiring Bowers at the plate. Meanwhile, the first baseman of Bowers trying to get on, and he'll barely pop that one over the first base and right there to his his normal position. So he pops that one up in the air for out number 2. And 2 quick outs here by the Conemaugh Township defense. Has Boer at the plate, and 1 more out from getting out of this inning, and Boer will take a first pitch ball as it was upstairs. Quickly comes back in here with a 1-0 count. John Cola, kind of one of those pitchers that gets the ball, comes ready, and just likes to toss it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just speeds up the game more, and sometimes that can disrupt your at-bats if you're a batter with that constant speed. And something that John Cola has really done a good job of doing is working back from these counts where he's been down in and coming all the way back and eventually getting the batters. He sits with a 2-1, and just like that, as he was with a 2-0 count, 2 back-to-back pitches from John Cola has him in a 2-2 count. John Cola sits again 1 strike away from ending the inning here for Conemaugh Township. And we'll see if he can do so. But it's not able to find the location he wanted on that one. And it misses on the outside of the zone to make it a 3-2 count. Here on the batter, Boer. The 3-2 pitch. The off-speed pitch didn't come down as John Cola takes a chuckle there on that one. As maybe tried something out new there, but just wasn't able to pitch that one where he wanted it to. So he puts Boer on base, and now DePasquale, the left fielder, will come up to bat. And the first pitch ball by DePasquale here with 2 outs. Pasquale wears that gray helmet, complements well with the jerseys of Thomas Drugstore. And now he comes ready here in the box. And a cold strike is taken here on the batter, the Pasquale. So the Pasquale stands ready. Here's the pitch from John Cola. That one's blooped over to John Cola. He's there to make the play and throw it over to first base in time to end the inning. So Thomas Drugstore isn't able to get any on the board thanks to a solid defensive effort there by Conemaugh Township. As we head to the fresh start at the top of the 4th inning, John Cola, Woodsworth, and Valentine up here in the next inning for Conemaugh Township. Coming ready in the box is the pitcher, John Cola. Thomas will take his time there on the mound, stepped off to take a quick breath before starting this fourth inning. As we're just over halfway through this one, as Thomas Drugstore leads 4-2, and that one hit over the shortstop, but that one's going to take a wild bounce, and safely will be John Cola on the hard hit ground ball to the shortstop, Vaught. Vaught wasn't able to play that one as it took a weird bounce. And John Cola will be put on first base and bring up Woodsworth to the plate. As Woodsworth today 1 for 1. Wow, at the plate. And here's the throw across the dish. A ball's taken. Here to start off the at-bat. Thomas sitting at 48 pitches today. On a breezy and warm summer day. Perfect weather for some baseball here in May, as these teams trying to get their games in. Just a little bit over, I should say, a fourth of the way through the season, almost halfway. And a swing and miss makes it, I believe, a 1-2 count. Might be 0-2. Here on the batter, Woodsworth. 1 for 1 today, but now he's on the jam here behind in the count. He's going to try to work his way out of it, but he does a good job of spoiling the pitch there from Thomas as he sharply fouls that one off and stays alive in the box here. Something you want to do if you're the Indians is work the pitch count up of the batters. A good way to do that is stay alive here, especially in these 1-2 counts. Keep working the pitches, and Thomas, meanwhile, will try to respond and retire him. But now a double play, maybe in chance, and out of the third to first. Did they get him? Yes, they did. A double play once again. The second double play we've seen. Back-to-back innings for Thomas Drugstore. They've turned 2 double plays. They've been huge for them. A good job by Woodsworth to try to get down the line. But a good job by Vaught, Boer, and Bowers to finish off the play and make it a big 2 outs. So 2 outs helps the pitcher Thomas and brings up Valentine to the plate. And a cold strike is taken on Valentine. Valentine today, last time grounded into a fielder's choice over there to the third baseman, Shuck, who went over to second base to Boer, who got their lead runner. Valentine has no runners on here. And the 7th spot on deck is Wiggins, and the hole is Studer. And now a ball on Valentine makes it a 1-1 count. Here in Garrett, Pennsylvania, Meyersdale trying to get out of this inning and come up the bat and give them a little more comfort room in terms of runs, as they currently lead by 2. But with facing a very dangerous team that this Conemaugh Township comes with, you don't want to, I should say, it's never enough. Well, in terms of the runs, is this Indian team a very full, powerful offense and defense, and Thomas Drugstore is just trying to take it one at bat, 1 inning at a time, as that one is flied up to the shortstop. Vaught, perfectly played there by the shortstop, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Stewart in the top of the order for Thomas Drugstore. few changes for Conemaugh Township as Valentine goes behind the dish to catch here for the Indians, and Dressick takes his position at third base. And then the Thomas Drug Store batting order of change as Jace Anderson comes in to bat for the batter Levi Stewart. So Anderson into the game, and he'll face John Kula once more as Eli John Kula has a strong game. Pitch count kind of getting up there, so be big for Thomas Drug Store to try to get him out of this inning, and they only have 9 more outs before this ball game's over. Hopefully only 6. They're able, since they're the home team, won't have to bat there in that last inning if they're winning. So hopefully they can get a few insurance runs here in this inning, give them a little bit more of some comfort room. We'll see if that can happen. It's all going to get things started with the batter Jace Anderson coming to the plate as John Kula readies. After this one, Thomas Drug Store will be playing Shanksville here in Garrett at 4:30. So if you're watching this, it will be uploaded after this game. So if you're watching it right now by chance and here, you might want to come out and support the Thomas Drug Store team, or Shanksville if you're local. Come out and support the teams here at 4:30. And a good game, I'm sure that will be. As a competitive league these teams play out of Laurel Highlands Little League, and John Kula will try to get things going. A nice little pop-up over to the first baseman Woodsworth, but he's underneath of it and pockets it for out number 1. And to the top of the order we go with Steinberg. And fortunately there in the last, when we had a little bit of a break there due to some difficulties, Steinberg came through with a big hit for Thomas Drug Store. Wasn't able to catch that one on camera, but a nice hit it was, and he's trying to continue that success at the plate. He's 2 for 2 today with a pair of doubles, I do believe. And he'll come ready here. John Kula comes set. Now the throw. Ball's taken there on the batter, Gavin Steinberg. Center field, we'd like to thank all of the viewers watching this. Been told that Steinberg's family likes to tune into our broadcast. We can't thank you enough. And now that one's going to get down into center field. They're going to go over to second, and he's going to be safe in time. As Steinberg, kind of a repeat of what we happened there earlier on. That was the opposite sides. Conemaugh Township, kind of an exact same play. A relay, a good throw there from Johnson. A heads-up base running by Steinberg. And he gets in there. Now a pop-up over the right fielder, Wiggins. That one's going to go over his head. Vought's going to round first. And now going home is Steinberg. There's going to be a play at the plate. That one's going to be off the mark. And all the way to third is Vaught. And now a little bit of some frustration with the Conemaugh Township fans and dugouts. They thought they had Vaught over there at third base. The umpire called him safe. So just like that, another run is scored. A few errors there on those previous 2 plays gives Thomas Drug Store a 5-2 lead. And they got run number 6 just down the line with Spencer Whitfield up to bat. So now here's the throw to Whitfield. That one's up in the air, trying to get underneath of it, but it cracks up on the booth above us. So a foul ball there. On the batter, Whitfield has a home run today. And he's trying to get ready here at the plate. And he's going to take a ball as that one was well up high. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And And now here's the pitch from John Kula. A called strike 3. A nasty pitch from John Kula. A called strikeout. And a big second out as John Kula is able to get the batter Whitfield. A nice pitch. John Kula has done it pretty much all day from the mound. He's done an excellent job. And that's his 6th strikeout of the day. But that one's going to be fouled right behind us. As a new batter, Thomas, comes to bat. Thomas today trying to help out his own cause on the pitching mound. He's 1 for 2 today at the plate. Chuck waits on deck. Powers in the hole. Not quite sure how they came up with those phrases, on deck in the hole. That'd be something to look up. But a sharp single over the left field by Thomas. And Thomas comes through with a big single, scoring Vaught from third. And that's exactly what Thomas Jugster was looking for out of Thomas. And they're not done yet with 2 outs. And Chuck up to bat. And once again, the offensive power comes through for Thomas Drugstore and adds on to their lead. And a 6-2 ball game. And now an overthrow is going to go over in the right field. That one's going to be well in the right field. And Thomas is going to move all the way up to third base. And that one just over the head. Just caught the end of that play. Was looking there at Thomas at first base. Turned my attention there for a brief second. And next thing I knew, Thomas was going over to third base. Now Shuck has a 1-1 count on him. And he ready's here in the box. Here's the 1-1. Foul back for strike number 2. So 1-2 count here on the batter, Colt Chuck. Colt 45, the nickname that is well known here on the Thomas Drugstore team. He's walked and struck down. Now he has to work with a 1-2. And that one's a ball outside just off of the plate. Now the bad pitch from John Cole. A good chase pitch there. Tough to hold up on those outside pitches, but the batter Shuck does a good job at leaning off of it, and he'll come stay here with a 2-2. Ducks down that one. Good job to get the bat underneath of it, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. Full count on Shuck. Here's the big 3-2 pitch. Popped up in the air. A nice job by Shuck. Spoils the pitch from John Cola. John Cole continues to throw strikes. He's had such a solid performance out there on the mound today. And he's still battling through it at 77 pitches. Over 3 2/3 innings. And Shuck will step in, and once more, here's the 3-2. That one is popped out in the left field, but it'll go foul down the line over there to some of the fans sitting just off to the fence there in left field. So another foul ball by Shuck extends the at-bat. Pitcher's battle duel here, trying to win it all. Here on the matchup head-to-head, John Cooler's trying to get the strikeout. Shuck's trying to get a base hit or a walk, and that one's going to be driven deep center field. Back to it is Johnson, and that one is out of here. Shuck comes through. Colt 45, the man, with a nice 2-run home run blast onto the center field blank. And the dagger by Shuck makes it an 8-2 ball game, and a celebration at Shuck's first one of the season. And just like that, 2 more runs is scored. And John Cola had such a solid performance today. You got to give him credit. Facing a tough offense that Thomas Drugstore brings to the table. Pitched so well today on the mound. As he appears that most likely he's going to be pulled. But you got to give him credit as he's had an excellent performance today. Not the score he wanted to leave with, but did a great job today on the rubber, and nothing to be ashamed of if you're John Cola. So they'll make a pitching change. Dresick will come over to pitch for Conemaugh Township. So we will take a quick break. Stay with us, everyone. Here in Garrett, an 8-2 lead in favor of Thomas Drugstore. Bowers into the box. A pitching change as Dresick comes in to pitch here for Conemaugh Township. As Thomas Drugstore has exploded here in this inning for 4 runs on the scoreboard. Bowers at the plate and trying to keep the offense going. Still looking for that first of the day. He's 0 for 2 today at the plate, and he'll rip that one up the middle. A single for Bowers as he keeps the offense rolling here. And Garrett, a nice single up the middle, keeps the offense going and brings up Hunter Brewer to the plate to bat for Thomas Drugstore. So Brewer 0 for 1 today at the plate. He's struck out and he's walked. Meanwhile, the pitcher Dresick coming into this game, so trying to end it here with 2 outs and get back up to the plate as he comes set, pushes off the mound, and here's the toss. Swing and a miss there by the batter Brewer to make it a 1-1 count. So Bowers stands at first base. A big inning here for Thomas Drugstore. And a called strike on Brewer makes it a 1-2 count. And now Dresick is 1 strike away from ending the inning here. So he gives the nod to his battery mate in Valentine. And here's the toss. A swing and a miss. A drop third strike. Now they're going to run over the first. And they'll retire the batter Brewer on the drop third strike to end the inning. So the top of the 5th we go, but an eventful inning it was as Thomas Drugstore put 6 up on the board. Some good words of encouragement there from the Conemaugh Township staff, trying to keep their team in this one. As they come to the plate here to bat, as Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore 4-0 this season. They've been able to beat North Star Stoystown 4-0. They beat Berlin 16-1. Meyersdale Red Delancey 15-0. And they beat Rockwood there on Wednesday, 12-0. Meanwhile, for Conemaugh Township, they are sitting at 3-0 the year. They beat Shanksville 15-0. They defeated Meyersdale Red Delancey 15-5, and they beat Berlin on Thursday 15-0. So some high-scoring affairs there for Conemaugh Township all throughout this season. It's kind of the same boat for Thomas Drugstore. We knew this one was going to be a good game as 3 teams remain undefeated in the Laurel Highlands Little League. Meyersdale Sheets, Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore, and Conemaugh Township. But only 2 more will remain here after today, as one of these teams will have to take the loss, and Thomas Drugstore has a good lead here, up by 6, but anything can happen here if you're a Conemaugh Township offense. Never know what can happen in baseball. They always say it's not over till you play 6 innings, and that most definitely is true. A comeback can happen at any time, and we'll see if the batter Wiggins can get things going here with a 1-2 2 count as the throw from Thomas poked over the first baseman Bowers, but that one's gonna get by. And a single for Wiggins gets in to right field. That one snuck by Bowers. Tried to go to the backhand, but just wasn't able to play that one. So Wiggins will get on the first base and bring up Studer to the plate. So Studer today, 1 for 1 today at the plate, still facing Thomas. So that one is fouled back. One thing that you like to see if you're the Conemaugh Township coaching staff here today is try to get some consistency in this Indians order. Really try to batter after batter, keep the offense going. They've kind of been able to do that today, but not as much as they want. And when you're batting against someone like Thomas, who you've seen all day, if you're the batter, on the other hand, you want to try to get into a rhythm, since you've seen Thomas all day today, and try to just keep building off those previous at-bats. You know what he can throw, you know what his speed is, and when you're up there to bat, you really just need to try to calm down, get in the box, and just remember from what you've had at your previous at-bats, and just make contact with the ball. And I think that has to be the message if you're Conemaugh Township. Is the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, catches inside. Thomas thought for a minute that might be strike 3. Wasn't a bad pitch. Doesn't get the call though, so 1-2 count is where it goes. Here on Studer. Last batter in Conemaugh Township's order, there will be Johnson and Valita. Back to the top, as that one a swing and a miss. Down goes the batter Studer. Another strikeout for Thomas. So that's his 5th strikeout today on the mound. And to the top of the order we go, with Ollie Johnson up to bat. Center fielder has Wiggins at first base, and Johnson awaits the first pitch to Thomas. And the ball low as it just unable to get the bottom of that zone. Not a bad first pitch though for Thomas. Nothing hurt there on pitch number 1. But if there's any time that this Conemaugh Township Indian offense needs to come alive, it's really now with the top of the order up. As Johnson takes a good cut at that one, he fouls it back and makes it a 1-1 count, 1 out. Good crowd coming out today from Conemaugh Township. A good drive. Come up all the way in Davidsville, come down here to Garrett, but they've had a good turnout. Some parents and friends and family come in to make sure they support on their Indians team. As that one is chopped foul by Johnson. Same type of thing for Thomas Drugstore. Good turnout representing their home team, coming out to support them today. And such dedication that all these parents and families put in to making sure their kids are able to play, the practices, and everything that goes into behind the scenes to make it all happen. And you can't thank all of them enough, as that one is low for ball number 2. A good hold there from Johnson to make it a 2-2 count. So Wiggins is at first base. 1 out is where we sit. Thomas still working from the rubber. 68 pitches is where he's at. Here's the kick. Now the deliver. But another job by Johnson. Fouls that one off and stays alive here in the box. So Johnson staying alive, and he's going to try to win the battle here. We said about there in the last inning as we had a battle between John Cola, I believe it was Shock there in the box, and now kind of a repeat between Johnson and Thomas, and Johnson will take a ball, so counts loaded full. And if you're Thomas right now, you don't want to lose this batter after you've had to work to get this far. And if you're Johnson, you really want to try to come out through here with a walk or a base hit, and he'll swing at that one, and another foul ball by Johnson as he continues to work the pitch count of Thomas, getting kind of up there at 71 pitches. Has a few more pitches to give before he's going to have to be pulled. If you're Thomas Drugstore, trying to prevent that from happening, especially having back-to-back games today, trying to keep your pitching staff as much as you can. We'll see what they can do here. As Thomas ready from the rubber. Here's a throw from Thomas. 3-2. A called strike 3. As Johnson goes down looking for out number 2. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts from Thomas. Puts 2 outs currently here in the 5th inning. And Landon Valente comes up to bat. The shortstop 1 for 2 today at the plate. Here's the throw from Thomas. That one was down there, just below the caps and above the ankles of Valente for a ball. So a ball and no strike here on the righty batter, the shortstop. Comes up once more in the box. Here's the deliver from Thomas. Hit sharply up in the right field. That one's going to get through. And now over to third base. They're going to get him out as they tag out the runner. Wiggins at third base. And that is out number 3. And that will end the inning. So the bottom of the 5th we go. 8-9-1 is where Thomas Drugstore will send their batters up to the plate. Bottom of the 5th inning, and maybe the last time today that Thomas Drugstore will come to bat, as the Pasquale comes into the box. A swing and miss to start out the game. I start out the inning, excuse me. Start out the game was long ago, and now a ball is taken. Here their coach in the Conemaugh Township crediting Dressick with a good match there, and I was about ready to say the same thing. Like to keep the hitter honest and move your pitches all over the zone and not just keep it at one certain location. That way the hitters can't get used to that and take advantage of it. So the Pasquale will take a swing and miss on pitch number 3. Here's pitch number 4. But that one's low for ball number 2. Just a bit low. Not a bad pitch at all there from Dressick. But he doesn't get the call, so he'll come ready once more. Here's the 2-2. That one's low and away for ball number 3, so the count will go to 3-2. The Pasquale today is struck out and grounded out. And he's going to try to get on base here and get his first hit of the day with a 3-2 count. But now he'll hold up on strike 3, and he'll go down looking. A good pitch there from Dressick as he gets the called strike and picks up his second strikeout of the day. So, good job work there from Dressick, and he'll come ready. A swing and a miss there by the batter Levi Stewart, who comes back into the game to replace Anderson. And now a ball is taken to even up the count of the ball and a strike, 1 out. As John Kula has faced 3 batters so far. This would be the 4th. He's given up 1 hit and struck out 2 as a called strike on Stewart makes it a 1-2 count, and this could be strikeout number 3 from Dresick, who's been really powerful and strong from the mound. And sure enough, he gets another called strike 3 right across the plate, and that is out number 2. So Dresick just keeps working from the mound and is keeping this Conemaugh Township team alive and preventing Thomas Drugstore from adding anything on more. And this is what you want to see, especially heading into that final inning for Conemaugh Township. They will need to get 6 on the board to tie it up, and you don't want Thomas Drugstore to score anymore. But Steinberg comes through once more, and now he's going to rip that one by. And Steinberg is going to pick up another base hit, and somehow, someway, he finds himself on second base once more for the 3rd time today. So Steinberg has the wheels, he has the bats, and he has the defense, and he's putting it all together here today. And has been a huge help here in the Thomas Drugstore offense here today at the plate. So batter Vaught takes a called strike as they're back to the top of the order. In a dangerous position for Conemaugh Township as Steinberg still third, and he'll get there safely. As Valentine has done a good job after coming in the count. Dresick had been there originally, and now a chopper down the third base line. Vaught's going to try to beat it out. It's a bang play, and they got him. An excellent throw from John Kula to Woodsworth. A 5-3 put out to end the inning. Conemaugh Township trying to tie things back up and even retake the lead. They got 3 outs to do it, so make sure you stay with us as we head to the final inning here in Garrett, PA. Back here in Garrett, we'd like to give a shout out to all the sponsors that make Little League Baseball possible here for Meyersdale and Garrett. We'd like to thank Bullseye Security, Science Studio Photography, Hoover Construction, UPM Somerset, MRS Physical Therapy, Somerset Trust Company, and of course, Thomas Drugstore, who supports this team, has been a huge factor. So make sure you stop down at Thomas Drugstore there in downtown Meyersdale and support their business and give them support because they support us. So make sure you help support them. So up to the plate will be Paratsky. 3-4-5 is how Conemaugh Township will come to the plate, the meat of their order. And Thomas still trying to pitch from the mound, maybe looking for a perfect game. If I'm not mistaken, he has 11 pitches to do so. So he sits at 75. I believe the pitch count is 85. If you're Thomas Drugstore, and for all the Lower Highlands League, that's the standard number that they have to. That's the maximum amount. And He'll try to deal here, but 2 strikes as Bratsky takes a swing and miss on pitch number 2. So now he has to work with a 0-2 count. Thomas, 76 pitches today. 5 innings pitched. And he's been dominant so far from the mound. And he's going to try to keep that dominance here in the final inning. And a swing and a miss. He gets Bratsky swinging. And that's out number 1. And brings up Dressage to the plate. So Dressage today is 1 for 2 at the plate. He's doubled and grounded into a double play. And now he comes to bat here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. First pitch balls, it misses outside. As Conemaugh Township this season 3-0, Thomas Drugstore 4-0. Thomas Drugstore up by 6, and they're in a good position to make their season 5-0. As that one is hit back foul down the third baseline, just off the fence there, in front of the bleachers. And now Dressage will work with a 1-1 count. As the pitcher has played kind of all over the infield today, but started out as the catcher and played third, and then came in relief of the pitcher, John Kula, on the mound. And now 2 strikes here on the batter, Dressek. A big pitch, the 1-2 from Thomas. Here's it is, the 1-2 home. Off-speed pitch gets the batter, Dressek, swinging. But now they're going to trouble, and they're going to beat it out on the drop third strike. So a good effort there all around by the Conemaugh Township batter, Dressage. The drop third strike, the catcher behind the plate there, Whitfield, tried to get it up as fast as he could, threw it down the first base, but an excellent job by Dressage to get down the baseline as fast as he could. And even though a drop third strike, he comes through and he's on first base. A big runner out there for Conemaugh Township with John Cole off the bat. And John Cole will rip that one just foul. So that could have been trouble. So it was looking that one might stay to the left, but it turned off there to the right. And John Cole now has to work with an 0-2 count. He's got 1 out as Thomas comes back here on the mound. Stresic still remains at first base here for the Indians. Here in the final inning of play, unless we have extra innings, this is the last one. Meyersdale trying to get out as that one is flying up, and that one's going to get past. It's going to fall into center field. And now another base hit from John Kula. And John Kula and Dressek, 2 back-to-back base, I should say, 1 hit and 1 runner on base. And Dressek's drop third strike has 2 men on, and they're keeping the hopes alive of coming back here in this one. And now, that's all you have to do, 1 batter at a time. Try to keep it, take your time with it, and just try to have every man do their job. As that one, it fouled back for a strike. As the batter, Woodsworth, today 1 for 2. Today on the day, he singled on a ground ball to right field, and he's grounded into a double play. And we spoke of it earlier. Twice today, Thomas Drugstore turned a double play. No better time for them to do it here again. And in the inning, as they do have 1 out and get the victory, they have 2 chances to do so. But now a ball misses on Woodsworth. And, I mean, you have runners at first and second. And only 2, even if both of these runners score, it'd be still a 4-8 ball game. So it's going to take a lot of work from Conemaugh Township, but I have no doubt that they can do it. They're just going to have to try to do the best they can. And off the third is Dressek. In the meantime, John Kula also scooches over to second base. So each of them will move up a base and put both of them in scoring position. As Thomas comes set. Here with a 1-2 count. 1 out. Here's the throw home. Low in the dirt. Thinking about maybe stealing. I'm not sure. With Stresick over there at third base. Started to run like he was going to. Maybe just trying to fool the catcher Whitfield and myself. Giving us a little bit of a false scare over there at third base. But he remains there at the bag. With him and John Kula on second base and third base respectively. Here's the 2-2 home. That one just a ball. Thomas thought he had a strike as the off-speed pitch there. I believe that was a curveball from Thomas. Just hung up a tad bit too high, says the umpire. So a 3-2 count is where Thomas has to work here as he readies from the rubber. Here's the 3-2. Over the shortstop, they're going to go to 1. That one's going to be air for out. They're going to go to third. Off throw, and now going to be scoring to the plate is John Kula. So one more run scores, and 4-8 is where they go. So 2 outs. A good job by Vaught. 8-4 is where we sit. So Vaught gets it to Bowers. Bowers tried to throw across the diamond over there. Shack got by, and John Kula was able to score. So a 4-8 ball game is where we sit at. And a mound meeting occurs, and it appears a pitching change will happen. So we'll step aside here quickly. Stay with us, everyone, as Conemaugh Township isn't done yet. In a 4-8 game, they still got 1 out to give. A strong pitching performance from Thomas. He threw 90 on the day, but unfortunately that's always permitted to throw, so he's taken out of the game. An excellent game he had. He had 8 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, a walk, and allowed 6 hits, but now Thomas Drugstore will call on the reliever Vaught to come into the game. 2 outs. All he needs is 1 more out. The first pitch to Valentine is a ball. As Valentine 0 for 2 today. At the plate, no one on for the Indians, still down by 4. And now Vaught misses for ball number 2, so a 2-0 count is where it's set. Just a reminder, at 4:30 is when we'll have the second game today between Thomas Drugstore and Shanksville. It's a 2-0 flight up in the air. That one's going to be well out of play. So now 2-1 count is where it will go on the catcher Gabe Valentine. As today, he's grounded into a fielder's choice at shortstop, and he's lined out to shortstop. So, likes his maybe let both of those hits go on the shortstop. Not Don't really know if that's in the mind of Thomas now over there at shortstop, or if one of the coaches for Thomas Drugstore maybe mentioned that to him. We gotta think Valentine is most likely going to be hitting it over there to that left side, and we'll see what he can do as Vought's unable to locate the 2-1 pitch, so he'll go to 3-1. And here's the 5th pitch of the bat, flied up in the air. That one is going to get in front of Stewart, and now they're going to go to second. That one's going to be up in the air, and a single, and reaching the second one. The error is Valentine, so he moves up the base. He goes in the scoring position, and back to Wiggins we go. Coming to the plate. So now it appears that Conemaugh Township with Mike was going to do a courtesy runner there. That's sometimes what you do. The last runner out has to go out there and run, but they elect not to. So Wiggins will come up to bat here with 2 outs. And the batter Valentine at second base. And now a called strike here on Wiggins. Makes it a 1-1 count. Wiggins today also 0 for 2. No better time for him to get his first hit of the day. As he readies in the box. The 1-1 swung on the mesh. Strike number 2. And now Thomas Drugstore is 1 strike away from keeping their record perfect on the season and handing Conemaugh Township their first loss of the year. 1-2 count. Here's the step, and now the snap throw home. Ball just misses. A good pitcher from Vaught. A good hold in the box by Wiggins to take that pitch as it called a ball. So 2-2 count. Same position we've been in. Vaught, here's the throw. Ball 3, and now a 3-2 count. And you don't want to put him on base if you're Vaught. One thing to keep in mind, Meyersdale has a game against Shanksville at 4:30. Vaught's scheduled to start, so you don't want him to go over 20 pitches or he'll have to have a day's rest. But he gets the called strike 3 to end the ball game as Thomas Drugstore wins it and picks up their 5th win of the season as Conemaugh Township drops to 3-1. And an excellent game it was. The comeback by Conemaugh Township wasn't enough. They played a superb game, but Thomas Drugstore just came out on top. They had a solid pitching performance from Thomas. Vaught got the job done in relief. We'll recap it all for you here in a short minute. Stay with us here on our post-game show. Four to 8's the final in Garrett as Thomas Drugstore keeps their winning streak alive as they get a big victory over Conemaugh Township. They were able to comply for 11 hits on the day, have 4 errors in the process. Conemaugh Township also have 4 errors today. They were able to get 6 hits, but they weren't able to come through. They scored 2 runs there in the 6th inning. A good comeback they had, but Thomas Drugstore was able to hang on. So we'll take a look at the numbers for Thomas Drugstore. Steinberg went a perfect 4-4 today at the plate. A big day for him as he scored 3 times. Vaught went 1 for 4 at the plate. He scored twice. Whitfield went 2 for 3. He led the Thomas Drugstore team in RBIs at 4. He had 1 run and a home run in the process. Thomas 2 for 3. He also had a good day at the plate with 1 RBI and 1 run scored. Shuck 2 for 2, had a home run, a hit and a run scored. Bowers 1 for 3 at the plate with a strikeout. Brewer 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. DePasquale 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Stewart 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And Anderson 0 for 1. Meanwhile, on the pitching side of things for the home team, Thomas went 5 2/3 innings, allowing only 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 runs in total, gave up a walk, and had an 8 strikeout day. Then meanwhile, Vaught got the final out of the game, and he allowed 1 strikeout in the process. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Conemaugh Township Indians, Johnson went 0 for 2 today at the plate. Valiente 2 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. Paratsky 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Dresick 1 for 3, 2 runs scored and a strikeout. John Kula 1 for 3, a run scored. Woodsworth 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Valentine 0 for 3. Then Wiggins 0 for 3 on the day, 2 Ks, and Studer went 1 for 2 with a run scored. Then on the pitching side, John Kula was a pitcher's duel there at first between him and Thomas. And John Kula had a strong day, 3 2/3 innings, 9 hits allowed, 8 runs, 4 of those were earned, had 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and gave up 2 home runs. Dresick had a solid day as well, 1 1/3, allowed 2 hits, and had 3 strikeouts. Well, a fun one it was, but Thomas Drugstore hung on to grab a big victory today over Conemaugh Township. They'll be back at 4:30 p.m. today to face the Shanksville Vikings here at Garrett, so make sure you come out and support them here in a short while. But as for now, this is Luke Bowers signing off from Garrett, PA, as Conemaugh Township falls to Thomas Drugstore 8-4.